Hi friends, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. In this video, we will learn about the nested routing. How we can implement the nested routing in the Vue.js Vue Router. Let's try to see. So for example, let's say that here we are having the post data, right? So when I click on this one, so we are redirecting to not redirecting, we are moving to a next page, that is post/1. So this is new page, new route in which the single post component is loaded. Now, for example, instead of moving on to a new page, why can't we load here only the single post data? Why? Because so here if in the new post is there, I want to see the next post details. So that means I need to go back and again I need to click on the post details of 3. So this could be a somewhat annoying. So I want to display the post details here only so that the user, whatever the post he wants to see, he can click here and he can see the details upfront. So for this type of scenarios, what we need to do is we need to use the nested routing. So here the nested routing, we need to use it. How we can implement that one? Let's try to see. So here we are having the main.js, right? So here in the /post, and if you want to have, so you can have children, okay? Children, and like this. So children will be having an array, and we can copy this entire thing. So this one should not be present in a single page. It should be as a part of this main post page. Now here the posts and posts is matching, right? So you can remove this one. So now you can also remove this slash. So when the user posts with the children ID, then we will be loading the single post. Now here if you see the output, okay, fine, we are able to see it. So now I will refresh this page. I will click on the view post. Nothing is happening. So what is happening here? So what is happening is, so we are telling here in the nested routing that to load the single post inside the post component. Why? Because the post here, the /post is the parent routing, and also here these are all the child routing. So which is present in the parent routing. Somehow we need to let this children routing also to load in the parent routing. If you go to the post page, post.view here, so here we don't have any option, okay, to make the children to load. So in order to make the child routing to load, so what we need to do is, so we need to have a router view. So where the routing will load, so the routing will load in the router view only. So let's try to convert this one. Row call -md-3, okay, or otherwise 8, and we can copy this entire given the table and we can paste it here. Now I will be having this div class is equal to call -md-4. So remaining I am trying to get it. In the call mod 4, what we can do is we can load the router view. So we are making the child router to load in this place. So wherever you mention this router view, and there the children routing will be loaded. So this is the parent routing. So this is the parent component which the parent routing loads. And here whatever the children you are having, so it will be loaded in the router. Now if you try to see here, see, we are able to see the single post. So now if I click on the second, so it is not loading, but here it is changing. Single post 2 it is changing, but here the data is not loading. So we'll try to see that one. So here if I click on this one, single post view, we are able to load it. For example, if I click on this post, so first time we are not loading anything here children. Why? Because so we are having /post, so that is the reason the children is not loading. If I click on the view post, immediately the one post will be loaded. But now here the problem again arises. What? Because if I want to see the details of the post 2, if I click on the view post, so here the second post is not highlighting. Why? Because the component, so here the Vue.js, what it will try to do is, so it will not destroy the entire component and it will not load it. So here the component is not destroyed. So that is the reason. What is happening is, that is the reason. So we are not getting the data. So it is that it's not mounted. And if you try to see here in the single post, so the fetch post is called only on the fetch post. Where is the fetch post? Yeah, get post is called only on the first time. So that means nothing but on mounted. So now this component is not destroyed. So that is the reason this is not loaded. This get post is not calling it again. So what we need to do? So we need to watch the params, okay, or ID. So we need to watch the params so that whenever the params is changed, so here we can call the get post again. So that means what I can do is, so here I will be watching the params So what is the params I will be calling? So here route dot params, I will watch the params. Then what I will try to do is call the get post. So upon calling this one, call the get post. Now here this watch should be imported. That's it. So here we are trying to do so watching it for the root params when it is called. So get post should be called. Now if you see the output here, I will refresh this page. So post /2 is loaded. If I click on the one, see one post is loaded, fourth post is loaded, third post is loaded. So whenever the URL params route is changing, the data is also calling according to this one. So it is acting according to this one. We can also use the latest one, not the latest one. So we can also use the other syntax, that is instead of using the watch, we can also use the watch effect. So the difference between this watch and watch effect is, so there is no need for us to mention the what I can say, the parameters or otherwise the watchable properties. There is no need to for us to mention the watchable properties. Whatever the properties you are trying to use it here, automatically this watch effect will take it into consideration. Whatever the variables you are it is changing, automatically this method will be called. So this is the benefit of this watch effect. So watch effect of get post if I call. So whenever this params.id is changing, this get post will be called. So now if I try to see here, if I refresh this page, see, so what happened? So watch effect, I think we need to import it. Oh yeah, we need to import it. Watch effect, we can import it. So watch effect, if I import here, if I refresh this page, so we are able to load the same thing without any problem. We are able to load the same thing. So if I click here, so we are able to load it. So this is how we can use the watch thing in order to recognize that children routing parameters changes. There is also one benefit using this watch effect. For example, if we use the previous watch thing, I will show you the watch thing, previous watch thing. So now if I call this one get post, okay, so here it is calling. So whenever it is changing. Now first time when it is mounted, we are calling the get post, and all the time when the parameters are changing, we are calling the get post. If I don't call this one get post, right? So now the parameter first post has to load it automatically, but here it is not loading. Why? Because on mounted we are not calling the get post. That means in the watch when you are trying to use it, we need to call get post on mounted, and also when the parameters changes, we need to call it again. Whereas the watch effect will take these all the things, so it will immediately call. If you want to make this watch effect to call, means what we need to do is we need to add immediate true. So then it will be called automatically. For the first time on mounted, it will be called. If I refresh this page, on mounted it will be called. So these are the things we have already discussed in the watch thing. So now if I try to use this watch effect, I can remove these all the things. I can remove this all the things, okay, and I can also remove this immediate true and all those things. That's it. Finish. Watch effect is done. Now if you see the output, the same thing we can achieve it. Oh, what happened? Some problem has happened. I don't know. Oh, watch effect is not imported. Watch effect, yeah. Now if you see, so the same thing it will be happened, but this time we are able to load it. For example, the post 3 we are adding, and if I refresh this page, automatically the post details with the 3 will be coming automatically. So this is the benefit of using the watch effect. Either way you can use it, but I am trying to tell you. Now there will be no need to call the get post again. So this is how we will be implementing the nested routing in the Vue Router. Hope you understood about this one, and I will commit this code. So I will be creating a new branch with the name, with the video -57, and this one is the nested routing. If you have any doubts or anything, so you can use this branch and you can check this code. Whatever the code I have implemented here, you can check this code. Now here I will be thinking publish this branch, and if you want to see this one, so here you will be having github.com/vue composition router. Here you will be able to see it. Now let's open this one. I hope the main branch, yeah, video 57 has been pushed. So if you want to check this code and all those things, if you want to refer this code, so you can go to this video 57 and you can check this code. So the link is provided in the description below, so you can get over to the GitHub link, and all the branches will be there here. So whatever the video, corresponding video, the branch, you can see the videos code, that one. Hope you understood about this one. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video, and if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.